So obviously that's a big loss, but you got someone back this year, Tiana Parker, to kind of talk about. I mean, obviously she was injured for a long time, but how has her game kind of developed since the last time you've seen her?
Tiana Parker gives us a great presence on the court. She has 6'3" frame. She's not going to be very physical, but she's coming back from an ACL injury from last year. So I think you're going to actually see her best basketball probably later in the year. But she's doing a great job. I mean, obviously she, a couple of years ago she led the conference or was leading the conference in blocks before she stepped into her senior year last year. But she's a force in the paint, and really just her mobility to navigate and move up and down the floor from the offense and defensive end. It makes her special in what she can do. She's a great passer as well and really gets her teammates involved. So what we're relying on, though, is more the leadership side from her. And the same thing with like a Megan Gamble. We have 4 seniors, 3 if you take Lexi out of that true like on the court mix. But Tiana's really getting us some great minutes. But I think we're going to see her best basketball probably a little bit later.
You lost those first 2 in California, but you won 3 straight since then. How much of a confidence builder do you think that was? Did you kind of like we needed those 3 wins coming back to this home opener?
We need every game to be a win is what we're trying to get. But I didn't love how we played in California, and I didn't like how we responded. We played a Cal Poly team who had 8 seniors, and they played really big late in the game, and we're making some big baskets, and we probably didn't do a great job defensively at closing that game out. But as far as just moving forward, everything is still in front of us for this season. And I'm excited to see the growth of this team because it's going to be a journey, I think, for us. Again, when you're relying on sophomores to maybe carry the load offensively, it feels a little inconsistent right now. But I think we're going to get there. And as you said, that momentum carrying into with these 2 wins that we just got. We play East Central this weekend, and they're a team that's only gotten better over the years that Coach Cole has been there. And so I think that it'll be a great game for us.
Coach, you have the last 3 games, they're obviously getting used to playing without Lexi. What challenges is it presenting? I mean, not just on the court, but other things as well, not having her there?
I don't know if it's a challenge, more of just, we have other players that are getting to step up, and we're getting to see maybe some other skill sets. Lexi it's 18 points a game. She's an All-American. There's no way you can really replace that. What you do have to have is maturity on your team. We have to have great execution on the offensive end, work really hard to get each other looks. Lexi could get herself, her own shot she could create on her own, and that's what made her special, her ability to score the basketball. So it's going to be a team effort. We're staying connected together as a team. The more in sync we are on the court, I think, and you'll see this over time. Where we are today, I think every week we've gotten better and better. But I thought that first game or so, we're looking around. There wasn't Alexi out there, so who's going to step up? Who wants to make those buckets for us? I thought this weekend we had a few players step up and do that.
Obviously, one of the players, like Megan, would be one of those players you'd think would have to step up offensively. But over the past couple of years, she's been so good when she's like trying to assist and defense. Is this kind of taking away some of her game because she's going to need to focus more on the offense?
We'd like to say, Megan, we want you to score more points. She's a true pass-first point guard. She's great in the open court. She's great at finding her teammates. But I think she knows, she understands that offensively we got to put the ball in the hole. So whether it's her doing it or her continuing to put her teammates in position to do that. She's a great leader. She's been in this program for 3 years now, so she knows exactly what we're looking for. I mean, she's one of the best point guards in the conference and that we've had the last couple of years, so I think she's controlled everything from the offensive end. So look for her to have the ball in her hands probably a lot more, especially in late game, late shot clock situations with her decision making because it's really good.
Obviously, you guys are 4 games deep, but already, I mean, obviously there's a lot of differences. This is going to be the first time people are going to be able to see you this weekend. So what are some differences from last year's team to this year's team?
You're not going to see a lot of differences outside of how we want to do things, want to play up-tempo, want to get up and down, want to move the ball side to side, and then defensively we'll change up our defenses as well. It's just personnel. So you'll see some new faces out there that will be playing big roles, but you also see somebody like an Abby Spurgeon, who's a junior for us this year, who was Lone Star Conference Tournament MVP last year, that is beginning to pick up some steam herself. She's had a couple really good games for us. She could easily get a double-double for us every single night as well. So we're going to look the same without a big piece of our scoring, which would be Lexi at that point. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get back into First United Bank Center. We've played 5 games on the road now, and we're ready to.
Can
back
you
at home.
kind of preview the matchup you have this weekend, East Central, what you know about them?
East Central, they're 1-1, and Coach Cole, I think he's been there 3 or 4 years now. Every year that their program has gotten better. So they have a good group. They start juniors and seniors, so they're pretty veteran with their first kind of their starters, and they run great offense, like a motion offense. They're moving, screening. So we're going to have our hands full defensively. And, you know, what we see defensively, they'll probably show us a few different defenses as well. So we haven't played them before. This will be the first time that we get to see them. And he's done, like I said, a great job. And we'll be ready for them Saturday.
Taisha Taylor was such just like an intimidating force, I guess you could say, last year. How do you kind of replace kind of her energy and like that kind of her style of play?
Yeah, she was a special player. You know, and now we have Tiana and Abby Spurgeon, who are two great post players in their own right. But I don't think you can replace a Ty and what she did, and just, you know, she played big. And she was big, but she played big on both sides of the floor. So I think it's Abby's time. Abby Spurgeon, you'll see her step up this year. Tiana Parker, as we talked about, we'll see her only become better and more confident as the year goes on. And that's the great thing about the team. It's every year the faces change a little bit. The goal is still the same. You know, we don't want to play victim to any injuries. Our goal is still to be a champion, and that's what we're going to fight for every single night.